Welcome to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Finks.
We're back, man. Episode 218.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get right into it. The Mexican pizza. It's back. It came back, I believe, the 16th. I think it came back.
Okay.
And if for all those that don't know what it is comprised of two tortillas that are fried, a spoonful of beans, a spoonful of meat, and diced tomatoes and 25-cent sauce that they smother on top of it.
Right, they just they just peeled a little mild sauce.
Yes, yeah. They just open up a little packet of mild sauce and fucking squirt it on there. And people went nuts for it. You know what? I'm only going after girls that eat Mexican pizzas because they settle for the bare minimum.
Oh, that's facts.
You know?
You ain't got to do too much.
Yeah.
You ain't got to wine and dine.
If you see a girl eating a Mexican pizza, just be like, hey, let's go fuck. Like,
right.
Skip the dates. Let's just go to the bedroom.
She'll let you use a Durex condom on her.
No, but we're just kidding. But yeah, the Mexican pizza's back.
Yeah.
And people went crazy, and I feel really bad for the Taco Bell workers. Because I'm sure somebody came to that window like, oh, let me get 40 Mexican pizzas, please. And the workers like, you fucking punk. You fucking jerk.
Nah, have you worked fast food?
I did for a couple days back in the day.
Burger King?
I worked at Sonic.
Oh, Sonic. Sheesh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, I worked at McDonald's, and when those new items or those seasonal items come around, it could get pretty hectic.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. And the thing about the Mexican pizzas is they have to fry every tortilla. That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
And it's like they showed like on TikTok like almost a tutorial of how they make the Mexican pizza, and they was frying it, but the grease didn't look good though. The grease looked like it was like dark brown. It's like ooh.
Yeah, it's like the way a fast food restaurant is supposed to operate and the way it like literally operates is completely different.
100%, because they don't give the workers the tools that they really need to get things done at a fast pace. You know,
not even that. It's more so the cost effectiveness of like doing it the right way, right? So with the like say I worked at McDonald's, so you have a timer on the thing with the chicken patties and the burger patties and stuff.
Yeah.
And as soon as that timer goes off, you're supposed to dump it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's still like a good burger.
Yeah.
And the person that's receiving it probably won't be able to tell the difference. But if you operated your restaurant like that, you would be losing thousands of dollars every
You would
day.
have a fucking a grade D on the outside of your business.
Yeah, for sure.
You know how the food inspectors come and they give you a grade? Mm-hmm. Yeah, most McDonald's would get probably a C.
For sure. We'd be like, what would happen is you said it, I don't remember the time for the burger patties, but it may be like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
When the 12 minutes goes off, you just hit it again.
Oh my God. So it's like, it's 9 p.m. at night. Why am I eating a chicken patty from 10 a.m.?
Nah, it's facts.
Like, what the fuck, yo?
Yeah. It'd be good though, kind of.
Yo, I bit into a chicken patty one time and I could tell that it was old.
Oh, that's the worst.
And it was like, yo, this chicken patty didn't have no moisture in it.
Yeah.
Like, am I eating a fucking SOS pad? What the fuck is this shit?
You know those what are they called? I think the military people
MREs?
Yeah, have you ever ate one of those?
Yes, I have. It was fucking good though.
Them mugs be fire.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I forgot what kind of meal I had. Mm-hmm. I might have had like some mashed potatoes and a brownie or something.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is like my grandma might have made this MR.
Yeah. You pour a little bit of water and that motherfucker swells up.
Ain't that the craziest thing?
It'd be a steak this big, motherfucker turn that. People like, yo, something ain't right about this. I don't know what mad scientist made this fucking steak, but goddamn. Yo, but the chicken sandwich, if you eat an old chicken sandwich, it ain't a chicken sandwich, it's just a tripping sandwich. That motherfucker was tripping.
Nah.
Yeah, but the Mexican pizza's back, man. People love it, and people were posting pictures of it, like, "Oh my God, I've been waiting for so long." I don't think they have. I think people are victims of the moment, and I think that they can't think for themselves, and everything that's cool or whatever is hot in the moment, they just want to be a part of, what's going on. You know, it kind of reminds me of the people that wait in a 2-mile long line to fucking go to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's like you're a victim of.
Wait, don't In-N-Out got roaches?
Oh yeah, the one on Stockdale. Yeah, the one on Stockdale Highway, they had a big ass fumigation fumigation tent. And I posted it on Facebook. I was like, yo, In-N-Out got roaches. I just seen a fumigation tent. And it's like, no, it's probably just termites, not roaches. And then a guy that I know that works in the restaurant business, he said it could be termites or roaches. Maybe it's both. Who knows? And it was like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's like, I work in the restaurant business. I'm a cook.
Yeah.
And they was trying to go back and forth with him because...
Why are you arguing with this man?
Well, some people are so die hard for In-N-Out Burger that they don't want to believe that there's roaches in there.
Yeah. And it's a lot of food in there. You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily mean it's a terrible restaurant. It just means that it's a lot of food and the roaches got some access. Yeah.
Roaches up in there with RLM shirts on. Roaches Lives Matter. They got a Roach Lives Matter shirt on.
Picket signs.
Yeah, they out there picketing outside of In-N-Out.
I'm dead.
We like burgers too. This is discrimination.
Nah, the liberals gonna start getting real crazy.
What you mean?
They gonna start really having the Roaches Lives Matter. They because who knows where the progressiveness is gonna get, you know, in 10 years from now. They might not even want us to kill roaches.
Yeah. Like roaches are marginalized like anybody else, and it's not right that you're killing roaches because they have families.
This is just roachism at its finest.
Roachism. Roachophobia is at an all-time high, and we need to stop it. And there's gonna be some conservative out there. Spray the roaches. Spray all the roaches. We need more poison to get rid of these roaches.
Oh man!
My father didn't die in Vietnam for you to keep these roaches inside of my restaurant.
These roaches never want to get jobs. Always on welfare.
All these roaches want to do is use welfare. Oh,
that's hilarious.
These roaches want to take away my Second Amendment rights. The Confederate flag is not racist. You be like, yo, this nigga's wildin'. This shit is OD.
Oh, man.
Oh, crazy. Man. But yeah, man, more power to you. If you like the Mexican pizza, fine. But honestly, the only thing that I really like from Taco Bell is I fuck with the chalupas. But
fire. They
need to bring back the double-decker taco. And if you want to go even further back, right, you probably have to be around my age to remember it. Because I'm 37, so this was early 90s, mid to late 80s, the enchilada. The enchilada was almost like an enchilada, but a burrito, like a hybrid burrito, so they called it an enchilada. And it has some sauce on top and cheese. That motherfucker was
almost
good.
Like a wet burrito.
Almost like a wet burrito, yeah. You know, and they use probably the same sauce I think they use on Mexican pizza. Because, you know, Taco Bell ain't coming up with no new innovation. They just putting the same sauce on shit, calling it different names.
Right. It's so funny when you actually think about you really learn this by working at a fast food restaurant, but you realize it could be a menu with maybe 15 different meals on there.
Yeah.
But they just mixing different things in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically a taco DJ like, come on. Come on. They just mixing the same shit.
That's all it. I mean, the Mexican pizza is just fried tortillas, some refried beans, and
all the Mexican pizzas. This is DJ Envy. They got DJ Envy in there making tacos. He just remixing the same shit. Oh man, it's crazy. Wild, yo.
Yeah, but yeah. Do you think Doja Cat was a real big influence to bring it back?
I think Doja Cat's, I think her influence matter, but I don't think she's the primary reason. They literally put out a petition. So
what I think too, like businesses that big, I think they do listen to the people, but also I think they don't listen to the people. Yeah. They have they got their own metrics that they
of course
that they run, because you got to think about it. Excuse me, they probably took it off of the menu because it probably wasn't selling, and it might have just been taking up space, so they wanted to simplify their menu. Because you look at Taco Bell's menu now, it's pretty condensed. You only have a few, maybe 10 meals that you could really choose from.
Yeah.
So they probably just started downsizing stuff that really wasn't selling. And then people just get excited and get some traction going. So it'll probably be going in like 3 months or so.
No, not that short. It might take about a year or two.
A year?
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Like the Mexican pizza had fans, but it wasn't probably a commonly ordered item. Mm-hmm. Back when I was a little kid, I used to really eat nachos a lot from Taco Bell though. The Nacho Bel Grande.
Yeah, I mess with the
those is cool. Mm-hmm. You get a little bit of green onion on it and the beans and shit. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie, those was good.
You remember that whole campaign with the Doritos Locos tacos?
Yes, I do.
The Fresno or Frez Yes or something like that.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool, just because it's Central Valley and whole Fresno connection.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I think I remember it, but I just remember getting the Doritos Locos taco. But I never go to Taco Bell that much to really acknowledge that.
No, it was a commercial, and it was like Fresno.
Oh, I did see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I did.
Like Frez, yes. And
yeah,
that was like the Central Valley really was.
It was like a test market.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and what's cool about the Doritos Locos tacos is like they still there though. I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they got a little sleeve on them.
Yeah,
it's like a little taco sleeve.
Mm-hmm. So a little taco condom.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you got to protect your hand from all that cheese. So they gave you a taco condom, so you can
cheese TD or something.
Yeah, you want to get a cheesy TD. Yeah, you don't want to get a B media. Instead of chlamydia, you get beans media.
Beans media, all right.
Oh, the only cure for this is a Mexican pizza.
That's crazy.
Man. This is cool though. I think it's cool to see little colorful things happen, but at the same time, it's kind of like, come on, you guys. Mm-hmm. We're grown adults. Let's eat some real food for once.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I was ranting to Eddie about like some freaking Popeyes order that I had where they basically wouldn't. I ordered. I ordered something off the app, and it was a T-Mobile Tuesday thing, and basically the lady wouldn't change my order for anything. I was like, hey, can I get a different sauce? And she was giving me a hard time about the sauce. Eventually she switched the one out, and I was like, hey, can I switch my drink? Like, I don't drink this, this sweet tea. I don't really like sweet tea like that. She's like, no, we just have to give you what's on the whatever's on the order. That's what I have to give you. Whatever's on the receipt. That's what I have to give you. And I'm like, bro, like you literally could just pour this out and put the punch in there. That's not even the story. But I called Eddie. I was like, man, this is stupid. Like people are so robotic. They can't even switch a drink out. And the first thing he said was, first of all, we got to stop eating this fast food. It's killing us anyways. And I was like, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you don't want to get caught up arguing over Popeye's chicken. It's like, yeah, we shouldn't be eating this shit anyways.
The worst thing is I went as far as, because, sometimes I could be really stubborn. So I went as far as like emailing the company, like, hey, I tried to order this drink and they gave me this, and they wouldn't give me an opportunity to change it. And the person that wrote me back was like, yeah, that's a really big problem that we're having. It's interesting that you brought that up because a lot of other people are experiencing that. We'll fix it one day. And I was just like I just want my drink, bro. I don't want to hear about like your whole experience with this app. But yeah, they didn't do nothing for me, so I just stopped talking to them. Yeah,
it's kind of sad. The processes of these places, I guess they don't think about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
In regards to Taco Bell, though, I think it's kind of funny how they can appropriate a whole culture or say things like Mexican in the food they sell when it's like not a Mexican dish at all.
Yeah.
Like imagine if they had like an African American pizza, there'd probably be outrage.
Nah, we would be going crazy. African, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah. Try our new black pizza loaded with fried chicken chunks for a limited time only at Taco Bell.
In collaboration with Popeyes.
Okay. In collaboration with the Black Effect. the Black Effect Network. Yeah, you never know, man. I don't know, man. It's just funny how they could say Mexican pizza. Or didn't Taco Bell win Best Mexican Restaurant one year?
I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, how the fuck do you win a Best Mexican Restaurant when there's absolutely nothing Mexican about that place?
I don't know.
Imagine. Can you imagine a commercial restaurant that, like, let's say they sold things like, let's say it's that place Cracker Barrel, right? Let's say Cracker Barrel, because they make like hometown like.
You said Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, Cracker. No, that's probably in Mississippi, but Yeah, Cracker Barrel, they sell like, like I guess like homemade type style meals.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Southern style. You got mashed potatoes.
But imagine if they got best soul food restaurant. People would be like, what the fuck?
I might be like, yo, they might have an argument.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
Nah, they don't. But
I
get it though.
Yeah, best New Orleans. What do they call that food in New Orleans? Cajun? Is it Cajun?
Cajun,
food?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cajun food. Be some little bullshit fast food restaurant saying best Cajun food. They be people in New Orleans like that. Definitely ain't no best Cajun food.
Yeah,
they don't make that over there where we at.
I gotta get out there, man. I heard the food is really good.
I heard it's really good too. I heard they make a who was it? I think there was like this like a documentary of, I guess, with some food, and I think what's his name? Freaking Currency. I think he was in it, but he was eating like a banh mi sandwich. I think, which is basically like a shrimp po' boy, but it's banh mi because it's got an Asian influence in it. So I was like, oh wow, they got all kinds of shit out there. All right, well, we'll leave on this note. Shout out to Taco Bell. Hopefully people don't shit themselves. And continue to enjoy the Mexican pizza because I will not be eating that malarkey.
We gotta get some more influence to where we can start bringing back the stuff that we want to eat.
100%.
Yeah.
Because there's certain items that I haven't seen in years from different restaurants that I like.
What you bringing back?
You know what, man? Fuck it. Bring back the supersize in McDonald's, man. Just
for your cheat days, huh?
Yeah, I don't have cheat days. I have a cheat meal. So
cheat meal, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it, man. Just give us a briefcase of fries like you used to back in the 90s. You had no problem killing us in the 90s, okay? So why is it such a problem now?
Yeah, for sure. And it's we have more awareness, right? People know that they're killing themselves, so.
I'm American. I have the right to eat a fucking briefcase full of fries. God damn it.
I don't know if I've ever supersized.
Oh, I have.
You have?
That shit was wild. They should just call it the OD combo. That shit was OD.
Nah. What was he feeling like? Man, I need more food.
No, you never felt like that after eating that shit.
No, I mean like when you ordered it, because obviously it's small, medium, or large. But would you like, man, I want a little bit extra fries. I want a little bit extra.
I don't think you thought about it like that. You didn't even think about large fries. You just like supersize. It's like the way you thought about it was small, medium, supersize.
Oh, like so the large is not even in your head.
Wasn't no half stepping, yo.
Yeah.
Wasn't no half stepping. You went straight from medium, super.
That documentary is so wild.
Yeah. Back in the day, the supersize was ordered so much that how they got a French fry scooper and then you turn it around and they slide it in there. They had a special one for the supersized fries where you scoop it and then motherfucker come in, clop, and it just be filled. And the supersize was about that tall.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking massive. That was back in the day when McDonald's was making a killing, literally.
That's a couple meals, honestly.
Oh yeah.
That might be a whole day's worth of food.
You know how they say like it takes a village to raise a child? It take a village to eat a supersized fry. It take a whole motherfucking African village. You take that shit out to Zimbabwe, you can feed all those kids with the swollen stomachs. You give them one big thing of fries.
Hey, I got my mama, I don't know if I mentioned this on here. I got her the African ancestry thing.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for her birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so hopefully she'll hear back soon to figure out like what tribe and stuff.
Oh, wow.
What tribe and stuff we're from. So I'll come in here with a dashiki on when I find out.
Oh, wow. You're going to come in here dressed like fucking, what's his name? The one that's always on Breakfast Club?
Oh, Dr. Umar?
Dr. Umar?
Yeah.
Donations. I did my ancestry in Africa, and it connected me back with Simba and his dad.
You part Mufasa? You lying?
I'm part Mufasa.
No, you just lying.
No. It brought me back to Rafiki. Yeah. All right, switching gears. Monkeypox. There's always
Speaking of Rafiki, huh?
Right, monkeypox, African primate. It's like there's always some new shit now that's supposed to scare us. I think more than ever we've been. It's almost like we've been used as this like this fear-mongering tactic almost. And it's basically more than 100 confirmed or suspected cases of monkeypox have been reported in 12 countries, including the U.S. And basically it says more cases of a rare disease have been reported worldwide, including the United States, where one health official said he expects more cases in days ahead. As of Saturday, 92 confirmed cases and 28 suspected cases of monkeypox were under investigation in 12 countries, the World Health Organization said in a news release. Confirmed cases have been identified in Australia, Belgium, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and the United States, which had been one of the 5 confirmed monkeypox cases as of Saturday, the World Health Organization said. The situation is evolving, and World Health Organization expects there will be more cases of monkeypox identified as surveillance expands in non-endemic countries, the news release said. Related article, what are symptoms of monkeypox? How do they spread? Okay. The White House COVID-19 response coordinator told ABC he wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. saw a few more cases of monkeypox in the coming days. But I feel like this is the virus we understand. We have vaccines against it. We have treatments against it. And it's spread very differently than SARS, the virus that causes COVID-19. Like, bro, honestly, this is just pushing more vaccines. And they're showing these extremes, and they look nasty. Like
I seen somebody had it on their hand.
Yeah, this picture here. It looks really fucked up. Ugh. It looks bad, you know. Yeah, it looks like shit. This monkeypox is something else. But it's like, dog, we're all gonna die someday. We can't live our lives in fear of, oh my God, the monkeypox are coming. I can't hang out with my family. I got to take every vaccine that they give me. The what if monkeypox is the reaction from actually taking the fucking COVID vaccine? What if the people that took the vaccine all of a sudden just busted out in fucking monkeypox?
You know what some of those pictures look like? Somebody just dipped their hand in a frying pan.
Yeah, this is just trying to fry chicken the wrong way.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it is. Man, probably a cook over at Popeyes like, just take a picture of my hand. You scare a lot of people with this. Niggas' fingers all burnt up, grease holes and shit all in his hands.
Yeah, you just need a little bit of butter. Put some butter on it, you'd be good.
Yeah. Some of the, you know what? I've seen some shit that looked like monkeypox before, but it was just somebody that was on fucking meth.
Oh my God.
People that get on meth get those weird like skin things, and they be picking at their skin. Mm-hmm. And it just looks so fucked up. Mm-hmm. That was monkeypox before. That's meth pox. I was busting up when DJ made a joke about it.
That nigga DJ is an idiot, dog.
Yeah. You say, I ain't got monkeypox. He got 2 pox. 2 pox.
He set that mug up so perfectly. Because I was watching, I was like, okay. Then I heard that. I was like, oh, this nigga's funny.
I don't mean to make, and it's like the names of it. Like, who's coming up with the fucking names of this shit? Monkeypox?
Yeah.
And then you think about these viruses. What is the origin? Like, do we really know, or is the fucking government administering this thing? Like,
some of the lab experiments and stuff.
Yeah, because I don't want to get conspiratorial or sound like Alex Jones, but like the type of shit that pops up, it's like this sounds like it's something in a lab.
Yeah, like where does stuff come from? I feel like the way we live in our life now, we should have the same exact amount of diseases and viruses floating around, right? Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be no new thing introduced. The only way things could get introduced is by like some sort of labs, I would imagine, because they mixing stuff together or things mutating.
Here's something, and this is something to think about. Something to think about. There are certain things I feel. Okay, in order to find you can monetize treatment, but you can't monetize a cure. I don't know if that makes sense. So, for example, if you got some type of like herpes or some shit like that, AIDS, whatever, though there's treatments for it, but there's no cure. Mm-hmm. Long as there are treatments, they can monetize that.
You keep you on pills every month.
Keep you on pills, keep you on all kinds of shit. But somewhere, there is a cure for this shit. Mm-hmm. I believe there is. And when you see something like monkeypox, you know how I could make sense of it? The fact that we have certain drinks or certain foods that they could find a flavoring for it. Like, you ever seen like chapstick back in the day that had Dr. Pepper flavor? Mm-hmm. How did you get that to happen?
Mixing some chemicals together.
Yeah, you're mixing some chemicals to make me taste Dr. Pepper on my lips.
Yeah.
Now I got lubricated Dr. Pepper lips. Thank you, scientists.
Look at this. I got this chapstick, strawberry, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. The scientist made that. He said, you know what? We're gonna find a way to make this lip lubricant taste like cherries.
Yeah.
Right? So the same type of influence went into these type of things.
Have you ever used a flavored condom?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, they don't got none, do they?
Yeah, they have like strawberry flavored condoms and stuff.
Man, women ain't sucking no condom. I don't think I've ever gotten a BJ with a fucking condom
You
on.
got no condom head before?
Nah.
When I was a teenager, I definitely got some condom
Condom head? That's bad for both of you guys. That's bad for the girl and the guy.
Yeah, it didn't last too long.
Nah, because I can't feel my penis and then you got rubber all in your mouth.
Yeah, it's not a vibe. That's like some young dumb stuff. Like,
yeah, but you never know though. What is she like? Ooh, is this ranch?
Some people might like the taste of latex.
Man, if she was like, honey mustard. Oh man. You know what I would do though? I would probably get some edible lotion or some shit like that.
Okay.
Get some like edible lotion and be like strawberries or something.
People be freaky, bro. You'd be surprised like how many people out there use some flavor condoms before.
They probably do.
But tastes like it has to be like it got to be fruity though.
Yeah, sure.
Or like a sweet.
Yeah.
Having like ranch flavored condoms is disgusting. You should not be tasting ranch.
I don't know, but if you're dealing with a big girl though,
she shouldn't. You should not have no barbecue condom on. Are you getting some head?
She'd be like, yeah.
That's just. Yeah.
Oh man.
Nah, that can't.
The only problem with the flavored condom is like if you got like strawberry or Hawaiian punch or some shit like that, you go to sleep and if you better not have no ants in your house, you have some red ants on your balls and you wake up.
You have some big old balls when you wake up.
The ants to throw your ass up.
Yeah.
Ants work as a team.
Oh, for sure.
Man, one time, dog, the most craziest shit. I remember I went to sleep, but I cracked my window. It's probably almost 10 years ago. And ants, like, they move as a unit. Mm-hmm. So I woke up and I had a fucking trail of ants on my wall. Like I thought I was like having a dream or something. And I just seen these little objects just moving all by my face. Mm-hmm. And I looked and it was just a fucking swarm of ants.
Black or red?
Red ants.
Red ants. Damn.
I'm like, yo.
Where was it going?
It went through my window, because I have the screen window. Them motherfuckers went through the screen window, right? Through the screen window, and they went outside on the wall somewhere. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Moving as a unit.
Oh yeah, I think I had some Pringles or something, and they was on the ground, and there was just ants. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers smell the Pringles.
Yeah. Ant unit.
Yeah, man. Crazy times, but yeah. Monkeypox. Don't know how serious you should take it. There's nothing you can do. Just live your life at this point.
The way I look at it, bro, I'm going to die when God want me to die.
100%.
So, I kind of move with a certain level of like confidence that if I go by the monkeypox, then I got 218 episodes of this podcast. Right. You have to rock with me. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if you're about to have a casual encounter and then you pull a girl's pants down and she got monkeypox on her ass.
Oh my gosh.
And you're like, yo, have you been checked out at the clinic? Like, no, it's just like old acne. It's not like it's nothing bad.
Nah.
I'm like, nah, you got monkeypox.
Nah.
You a victim. I
said you had a bubble butt, but god dang.
You said what?
I was telling the girl, I was like, I said you had a bubble butt, but god dang.
You got a disease on your shit. Yo, shout out to the diseases, yo. Yo, shout out to all the diseases. Shout out to monkeypox. Shout out to COVID.
Bam, 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 bam. Shout out to the diseases on the dance floor.
Remix. Imagine if Missy Elliott, every time a new virus came out, she'd be like, Holla, holla.
Missy be putting it down. All the diseases round.
Missy got the monkeypox. Missy is super dope, bro.
Yeah. Did you see Lil Wayne had put her like in his top 5 or something?
She probably belong there. Shit.
Yeah, Missy is fire.
Missy been around a minute too.
Super creative.
Super creative. She could dance, everything.
Yeah, songwriter, rapper, the whole 9.
She the only person to put on a trash bag and make that shit look cool.
Yeah. And the finger waves, she had the finger waves popping back in the day.
Yeah. She had a song that came out like, I think it was in 99, called She's a Bitch. That song went crazy. You remember that?
I don't think I remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That shit was like, Timberland's production was crazy back then. Like, I listened to his old production, like, wow.
It was so far left that it still sounds good. I tell people this all the time, like, Genuine is probably like my favorite artist, like one of my favorite artists of all time. But when I hear Pony, I still have like this visceral feeling. Yeah. Like if that song dropped today, I think it still would be like, I think it still would go crazy. Yeah. That song is amazing. And the sound, I'm like, what is that? Brown. It's just his voice in the background.
Probably some like, fat niggas coughing. Because you know when somebody a producer, they take every sound because he had a baby voice too.
Yeah,
Timberland.
Aaliyah, he would put that in there. Yeah. Nah, he's super like, I don't know. He's a genius to me, Timberland.
What was that song with Aaliyah? Fuck. Yeah, he used the baby on there.
Yeah. Putting a baby in there.
That's how you know somebody is like like they're way into their passion. Like they could be sitting there eating a meal and the baby start crying. They're like, make the baby cry again.
He just pull out his little tape recorder.
Make the baby cry again. I need to do.
That's hilarious. Yeah, super. And you gotta think what Timberland did. He did it starting with, you know, like Missy and Genuine back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Then brought it all the way to now, you know, obviously working with like Jay-Z, but to have Justin Timberlake, you know, with the whole Future Sex Love sound.
Yeah, not even just that. If you want to keep it a buck, Timberland to me is one of the sole reasons to like literally extend Justin Timberlake and Nelly Furtado's career.
Yeah. I just had this weird feeling. Like
what?
My ears, like, I don't know. It was very strange.
What, you taking some acid? You having an acid trip or something?
I think I might be having an acid trip.
Some shrooms?
Yeah.
Shrooms.
It was like my ear, like, I don't know how to explain it, but.
Probably just yoga, man.
Probably yoga.
All that stretching and shit, it's gonna do shit to your body, man.
Yeah.
You probably got more oxygen, more blood flow and shit. Yeah. Who knows? You know when you go to a chiropractor, they pop your ears.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, literally. And when I went to the chiropractor last, that was months ago. I need to go back, but
yeah, I need to get in.
She fucking yoked me up. She was a smaller woman, but she said, "All right, put your arms." I had to lock my arms behind like her back, and she picked my big ass up. Like she picked me up off the bed with her body and went crack, crack, crack. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
I wanted to have sex with her after.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm just playing. Statement. No, but she basically, I just felt unlocked. She got my ears. She cracked my.
Well, how do you crack your ears?
She grabbed my ears from the top, twisted a certain way, and pulled out, and it went crack.
Nah.
Both sides. Yeah, she went boop, crack,
Dang.
boom, crack, neck crack, shoulders crack. Everything was just cracking.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit was cracking, bro.
I be getting like the whole neck thing be like scaring me.
Just fucking do it. You just need to relax.
Yeah, but I always relate it to like the Chinese movies. You know what I mean? Where they be like, "What's up?" And then the nigga just be like, I can't do it. I be getting scared.
You want General Soul Chicken? My neck.
Yeah, and that's and knowing me. You may not even really be able to kill. Like you may have to try extremely hard to. It may need a lot of pressure to kill somebody like that.
Oh yeah, it's got to be super intentional, and it's got to be like you trying to twist that motherfucker to the other side.
Yeah, but in the movies, it be looking easy. Like
your neck has more elasticity than you would think. Like, you ever seen somebody get face masked during a football game?
They be like,
And the neck be
here.
fucking. I remember one time somebody face masked Terrell Davis back in the day, and his neck was facing, like, his neck was like fucking aligned with his name on the back of his jersey.
That's scary, man.
I was like, dude, you trying to end this dude's fucking life, man.
I love football and I loved playing it, but when I think about it now, like, I get so, like, my stomach get weak.
Oh, man,
it's injuries and stuff.
We're lucky we left playing football without no injuries, man.
Yeah,
that shit'll fuck you up.
No, I have injuries for sure. Not like, not anything detrimental.
Yeah, I fucked myself up too. My hip, I had a hip pointer, 2 turned ankles. I fucked my right shoulder up. But I mean, that's getting away light playing football. For
sure. I have like one of my arms is longer than the other one.
That was from beating your meat, man. He beats me so much, his arms just fucking got shorter.
Up. Yeah, that's wild. It bothers me like when I look in the mirror because I'm like, dang, dog. I was telling my mom this, like, because I got injured when I was a freshman.
Yeah,
like
you broke
fractured.
With your shoulder or your arm?
Yeah, I fractured my shoulder on the growth plate.
Oh, yeah.
And I never went back to the doctor after that.
Really?
Yeah, my mom was like, man, I'm sorry. The doctor was throwing around numbers, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. I never heard that story. But
oh, wow. What would you have to go back for?
It grew. It didn't grow right. I mean, it didn't like heal right. So my range of motion is different and it's shorter. So like my arm is like my bicep is shorter.
Your bicep is shorter?
Yeah, it's probably like half an inch maybe.
Wow,
inch shorter. Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I thought about getting like surgery one day. Like,
hell no.
To just kind of like
leave that shit alone, man. Because I get surgery on my right shoulder because it's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, depending on how I lift, I have to lift with proper form. Obviously, you should do that anyways. But if you go out of a certain range, I could just feel it pulling on it's like my labrum. Mm-hmm. It feels kind of fucked up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I do delt lifts or excuse me, lateral lifts from the side, I have to make sure I twist my wrists right, like twist them out a little bit while I do it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'll just feel the pain like right here in the middle of my deltoid.
Yeah. The reason I was thinking about it, because, and it will take a lot of thinking and talking to doctors and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I don't have it so much now, but I used to have a lot of discomfort. Like,
with the shoulder?
Certain ranges of motion, like if I, worked on it, it would just feel so uncomfortable. So I was just curious what life would look like if I had the proper range of motion. So that was the only, and it looks, to me, it just looks weird.
Imagine you get married. You never hug me. Why don't you ever hug me? It's like, well, it all goes back to my freshman year.
Man, niggas trying to play football and whatnot. Make it to the NFL.
Keith went to the wrong doctor. He went to see Dr. Phil. He's like, you need to get surgery on your arm. Something ain't right about your arm. You need to get worked on.
Wasn't Dr. Phil a good football player or something?
Yeah, Dr. Phil was a killer out there. He played left tackle.
Dang, that's crazy.
That'd be crazy. So you're telling me to come catch you outside and I ain't got no purpose of going outside.
I'm supposed to seal the end. I'm not supposed to let nobody outside.
See, back in my day, one thing I do like about Dr. Phil is he's fucking straight to the point. Mm-hmm. Like he said, look, I'm not calling you out of your name, but you do understand how somebody may call you a bitch.
Dang. He was basically calling her
You're
that.
Being very bitchy to me right now. In this very moment, at this time, I feel your bitchy attitude is making me not feel great about myself.
Dr. Phil getting a lot of money out here.
Yeah, he getting a lot of money.
Like the Dr. Phils, the Steve Harveys, like those people in that kind of talk show world, they be getting a lot of money.
Imagine Dr. Phil talking dirty. When I tell you to get in a certain sexual position, you do it. You understand me? You better arch that back. You understand? I sell propane and propane accessories.
propane accessories.
Yo, Hank Hill was a GOAT back in the day. That was probably one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
God dang it, Bobby. Yeah. All right, switching gears. Okay. The Bakersfield dating scene. Now, being
dun.
yeah. Was that the intro to the Monday Night Football?
I don't know, but it just sounds epic. That
All right.
Are you ready for some? Is that it?
No, that's a different one.
What is that? Sunday night?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Sunday night. Monday.
Who is that? Who says that? Are you ready for some football?
That's the old Monday night one.
Is it say a Monday night party?
Yeah, that's the old Monday night football song.
I got you.
The new Monday night football is like, fuck. Oh no, that's Sunday night. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. They understand it, right.
They be getting the most like country white person to sing them songs.
Yeah. It's like 99% black players.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been waiting all day for a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Put some taters on my plate. All right. This is more specific to us because we live in Bakersfield, California. But, most people don't like the city they live in. They've always got something they say about it. Me and Keith personally, I don't really have that hang up. It's just a place. Mm-hmm. But I find the cop-out that most men and women use when they live in Bakersfield is like, the Bakersfield dating scene is terrible. The pool of people is just terrible here. I don't understand. I think that's bullshit, though. Here's why. I think that we have an over-familiarity with Bakersfield because we live here. Mm-hmm. So since we live here, we adopt this idea of like, oh, there's nobody good here. And I think what that does is it absolves you of you. See, what we don't realize is you are the common denominator in every situation that you deal with. Any woman that you deal with at any time in your life, you were the common denominator, right? So you don't see enough wrong with you. Truth be told, you're the problem, not Bakersfield. And this goes for me. This goes for anyone else. The thing about it is you literally have to raise your level of value in order to attract a decent human being. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you fucking relocated to LA or fucking Canada. You're going to attract the same fucking energy because it's about you. Mm-hmm. Who you're attracted to is a direct reflection of the amount of maturity that you have within yourself. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, that's the biggest issue. It's not the city you're in. We got almost 500,000 here. So you mean to tell me out of 500,000 people, everybody's fucked? That's not true at all.
Yeah.
It's us. It is us. That's why it's important I'm speaking more, this is for everyone, but as a man, it's important to do the work on yourself, whether it's therapy, going to the gym, raising your level of value in order to try to attract a better, decent human being.
No, it's facts. I think a lot of us like to complain without doing the work, right? It's a lot of people. We need a lot of help as like individuals, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's, a physical trainer or therapy or church, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Like if you're trying to go at life on your own, and you're gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Yes.
But it's certain things like, we can do to kind of raise our value across the board, right? Like there's people that make a lot of money, but they out of shape. And, you're going to be hard pressed to find a decent partner if you sloppy, what I mean? It's just not going to work, right? Because the first thing we see is the physical attraction. Yes. Whether that's on your Instagram or whatever the case may be, they probably gonna look at what you look like first, and then afterwards 100%. We're gonna see what type of job you got, what type of charisma, are you funny? All the other stuff is like secondary. So I think above anything, it's a lot of people out here like manifesting relationships and manifesting all these different things, but they're not really doing the work.
Yeah, that's true.
Just a wish at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're manifesting these relationships and you think you're manifesting something great, but in actuality, who you are is manifesting that situation, not what you project or what you think. Mm-hmm. That's just, like deep down inside, who you are is what you're ultimately going to get. Let's run these two things in together, like the self-mastery conversation. Yeah. I think self-mastery is important because until you know who the fuck you are, you're going to keep getting the same raggedy shit. This is just like, as a man, and then this is just something far left that me and Keith talked about, but I think you need to go on a hiatus from women for a little bit. I'm talking about, you shouldn't be worried about what pussy you're trying to get tonight. You should just cut women off for, I don't know what time you need to do it, but you need to channel your focus around bettering yourself as a man. You might make money, but if you got a big gut and you look sexually unattractive, women actually like attractive men too. So you
women,
huh?
It was such a basic statement, but it was just
women funny. Like attractive men too. So don't say that women are shallow and you got a big huge stomach.
Come on, dog.
Go to the fucking gym. Work on yourself.
She wants to get aroused around you.
Yeah, she wants to be sexually attracted to somebody. Yeah. So don't call a woman shallow because she wants someone she's sexually attracted to. You might make the money, but just having the money is not going to get you there, or vice versa. Just work on you, man. Go to therapy.
You need like a you know how, like, when guys come into the NBA, they have the grading system, right? Like a guy like LeBron, he can pass, he can jump high, he could defend a little bit, but his jump shot is not good, right?
Yeah.
But now his jump shot is pretty decent.
Right.
He can knock down shots. A guy like Steph, he could shoot the ball well,
right.
A lot of turnovers. He's not that strong, can't finish at the rim. Now Steph can get 15, 20 points in the paint, on any given day. So that's the way I think about kind of being this complete person when you're getting ready to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, you need, like you mentioned, the mental health aspect. You gotta be able to navigate your emotions. You gotta be able to be vulnerable. You gotta navigate the traumas that have happened to you in your life, so you're not bringing that into to another
That's a
person.
big one.
And it's hard to say how anyone gets to self-mastery, because for me, I've been doing like yoga and stuff, and that's like part of yoga is about like mastering yourself and focus and discipline, all these different things. And I'm only in the like maybe a month into doing it, and I'm kind of getting the ball rolling with that. But it's very, very difficult. I was talking to my cousin's husband the other day, and I was like, man, I at one point in my life, I thought I was a very self-aware person. But only like in the last 3 weeks or so that I realized that I'm not that self-aware.
You just start peeling back those fucking layers.
Yeah, and he was like, it's funny that you say that, because he was like, there was a quote or a story or whatever that he was like, I might butcher it, but he was just saying, like, if a person asks you to write down on a piece of paper certain character traits and stuff like that, and then you got two other people that are like your best friends, family members and stuff, to write certain things down, it's going to look totally different. But the more accurate one is probably the people that see you, the most. Like my mom, and we've been having like a lot of like dense conversations lately, but she could probably tell you that that I had have bad habits, the way I talk to people sometimes, or whatever the case may be. And in my mind, like I'm perfectly good, you know what I mean? But it wasn't until like I said, like the past 3 weeks or so, that I'm like, oh, I actually do have like a very smart mouth, and I can talk like this. So it's it takes living life too, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm 30 years old, so I don't know of too many people that's like 22, 23 that can have that level of self-awareness. Like, you just haven't even lived.
No.
You need to you need people to pass away in your life. You need to go through, just traumatic experiences, near-death situations. Yeah. You need to go through relationships. You need to go through fallouts with your friends. You need all these things to happen to really have a real understanding on what like life should be like. And until you get there, or until you experience these things, and you just kind of like young.
Yeah. Well, what I say is this. In regards to the self-mastery situation, conversation, the reason why it's so important is because when you say that, oh, Bakersfield, the dating pool is terrible here, I'm just saying, from a man's perspective, if you're a fucked up leader of yourself, you can never lead a woman anywhere. So what's the point of even chasing women or being in a relationship with women when you have a fucked up relationship with yourself? When you're 400 pounds, would you want to be with you? Probably not. Do something about it. Go to the gym. Go to therapy. Literally take the steps needed to be a better leader of yourself. You know, not only just that, work on your credit, work on all kinds of other things.
The money, bro. You got to make money.
You got to make some type of money, and it's not like, and it's to be more financially secure within yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, I was talking to Keith earlier. Imagine you're dating some girl, and it's serious, and you got a car, she's got a car, but her car goes down, and she has a situation where she may have some money, but she's not financially set to do that. Mm-hmm. I think, like, as a man, I'm not saying like you should pay for all her shit, but like, if that's your lady, bro, and her car breaks down and it's like $800 and you got it, that's good. Mm-hmm. Because you've been a good leader of yourself. You have the resources to take care of your lady when she needs it. But I think the thing about it, and women will never fucking admit this shit, but it's the truth. If a woman is dating a man and having financial troubles, she gets pissed off because she's like, why? I could do bad by myself is what women tell themselves. Yeah. Why do I have a grown man that can't do anything when something goes wrong?
Yeah.
Right? And as much as women talk that equality stuff, that's how they fucking feel. Mm-hmm. Deep down inside, that's how they really feel. They feel like they shouldn't be connected to a man who doesn't have any form of discipline or financial responsibility.
I think for them, it may be like we were talking about before, like the whole pregnancy / child care aspect of it. Right. Because if a woman knows that, you know, I don't know how long they get to take off as far as like having a baby, but let's say it's like 2 or 3 months. That's like 2 or 3 months they got to rely on a man to hold down everything, you know, unless they kind of plan ahead and you know, maybe set aside some money, or they got a salary position where they, you know, they can be taken care of. But that's a huge like for a woman that is like very secure and, you know, has a good job, or, you know, I'm gonna say a good job, but like has a career, you know. That's a huge deal for them. Like it's a huge responsibility too, because your entire livelihood is relying on this other person, and it takes a lot of trust. And niggas gotta just buckle down.
It's not even about buckle. It's not. You're right, but it's not just about buckling down. It's about being a great leader of self. Mm-hmm. When you're a great leader of yourself, and you get with the woman, she doesn't even have the fear.
Nah, it's always gonna be there.
I don't think so. I think if you're a good leader of yourself and you have really good habits within yourself and financial habits, I think that when she's pregnant and she has leave and she's with the child, she knows she has a man who's a hard worker. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have to worry about you being lazy and giving up on your life and giving up on the family, because you've proven through actions and deeds that you are a man that is reliable. So they're not worried about, oh my God, I'm pregnant, I'm with the baby, I don't know if he wants to work. There will never be that fucking conversation, because when you build up, it's almost like going to the gym and building up muscle over time. And people could look at you and tell, like, that guy lifts weights. It's no different in a relationship. Through your actions, you've built that muscle, and you are a walking example of the amount of work that you've done on yourself as a man. And it's undeniable. And I think that men need to make it to that level first before they even want to get with a woman. Because then here's the thing. If you do that work on yourself and somehow a woman blows it, then she fucked up. She lost a valuable, high value, high quality, decent, respectful man. Yeah. But if you a shell of yourself and you're talking about how women ain't no good, bro, what's the last time you did some fucking work on yourself?
Yeah, for sure. When the last time you read?
Read anything?
Yeah.
Like anything?
Yeah. Outside of a Instagram post.
Me and Keith send each other like stuff, like real stuff. Like it'll be something like something that Gary Vaynerchuk did, or something that Earn Your Leisure podcast, a financial podcast, did, or something about NFTs, or something about the podcast space. Like Keith shares me stuff on a regular basis. That's all, like, believe it or not, it's information. Me and Keith share information.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of men do you have in your life too? Like, as a man, what kind of men are you around? That's another thing.
Your friends, that's important, man.
Yeah, your male, your men friend circle says a lot about you. If you want to better yourself, but all the friends you got, all they give a fuck about is chasing pussy all day, you need to update your friend circle.
And the one important thing too, like with the friend circle, like it's cool to have these friends that are like all bossed up and doing certain. You got a friend over here that owns a gym, and a friend over here that's a lawyer, and it's like that's all dope. And you guys can kind of elevate together. But you also need friends that like you can just talk to about how you feel. Right. You know, like if you going through troubles in your marriage and you thinking about getting a divorce and all this kind of stuff. If you don't have a friend that you can call in that time, then you gotta switch something up. Because it's cool to have a friend that's like bossed up and getting money out here, but at the same time, like, that's only an aspect of our lives. Yeah. We need, people to just kind of vent to sometimes.
100%.
If you ain't got that, then, you gotta switch something up.
Some men, it's women too, but some men got a bunch of friends and nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
You got a big ass friend. Everything is cool when you chasing pussy and drinking Hennessy. You got plenty of friends then, but when you going through something real bad and you crying and you can't call your friend at 2-3 in the morning, like I'm lucky to have actual friends, or more specifically Keith and his older brother, who him and me have been friends like 21 years. Mm-hmm. So if he calls
21.
Oh, God damn it, Keith.
Niggas be ruining the moments.
Yeah, man. Shit. But I've called Desmond at fucking 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, because I needed somebody to talk to. I needed to vent. Mm-hmm. I needed to express myself. I have an actual strong male circle that I can vent to. If you're a woman or a man and you do not have somebody that is mature enough to listen and to give you sound advice, and also a person that's going to hold you accountable when you fucking up. A lot of times we think we have friends, but we have enablers. A lot of people don't have friends. Yeah. You could be fucking 320 pounds and be like, don't you change a thing. You are beautiful as you are. Mm-hmm. You're fucking killing yourself. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. If you are overweight, doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's more common than you would think, but it is counterproductive to being a better and healthier person. You need to keep your weight down. No, you don't have it. Like, I go to the gym all the time. I'm still a big guy, but I'm getting small results little by little by little. But it's just going to continue to take harder and harder work, and I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it, more or less, is it's about doing that work. You can't be complacent and expect something great from someone else. We live in a world where it'll be a dude like, man, these women ain't shit, bro. Your blood pressure is fucked up. Mm-hmm. You have sleep apnea. You wear a CPAP at night, man. And this is I'm not roasting. I'm just being honest. Mm-hmm. You think a woman is going to be comfortable with a guy wearing a CPAP and she's fucking afraid you're going to die at night because you got this machine on your face?
Yeah.
But you have a real gripe about the women that are out there, but she's worried you're going to die in your sleep?
Yeah, and you can't even have casual sex like that.
Nah, you sound like fucking Darth Vader on that pussy, man.
Imagine meeting a female at like a hotel or something like that. Right. With you bringing in like, normally you might bring a suitcase or something with some clothes.
This nigga bring a whole Super Nintendo in that motherfucker. You got a fucking Super Nintendo hooked up to a fucking mouth machine.
You got a whole breathing machine going. Yeah. That's not fly, dog.
Nah, that's not, man. Mm-hmm. This nigga had to put a whole football helmet on just to get some rest. Yo, if you've ever been around a person that wore a CPAP, it's the most scariest fucking thing you have seen. Mm-hmm. I know a dude. Okay, look, back about almost 7 years ago, I worked at a place called Rhino Trucking, and we would be out of town doing jobs, and sometimes they would have us have basically we would get a hotel, and it'd be like a two bed hotel, so we have like another trucker would spend the night there, right? Mm-hmm. And there was this dude, I ain't gonna say no names, but motherfucker put on a CPAP. And the way he slept, it was so uncomfortable that I thought he was gonna fucking die. So I left the room, went into my work truck, and slept in the truck. I'm like, if this nigga dies, I don't want to be a part of this shit.
What did it sound like?
It was like,
With the machine on?
With it on.
Oh my God.
It was like Darth Vader on fucking Percocets or some shit.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, man. And it would go like, and this is the scariest part. It would be like,
and just stop.
I'm like, oh no. I'm not a part of this shit.
I can't witness this death.
They gonna think I killed this nigga or some shit. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad,
Dang.
man. Yeah.
That stuff is health is so important, man. We just gotta
don't mean to cut you off. Another thing too that's really scary. I lost one of my aunts to sleep apnea. She passed.
In her sleep?
She passed. Yes.
Oh my God, sorry.
So like, it's like, let's stop like in all facets of our life, we need to be better. Mm-hmm. Let's stop acting like we don't need to bring our fucking value up. Mm-hmm. Let's stop looking at other people as if they need to step their game up. There's all kind of shit about us we need to work on. Mm-hmm. From a health aspect, from a financial aspect, from a mental health aspect, all of these things. The more beautiful thing about it is if you take the time to work on yourself, you'll be a more refined version of you when you meet someone else. Mm-hmm. Most people they bring in baggage to every relationship they get in. Mm-hmm. We're talking about you broke up with somebody X months ago and you never got over it, and you bring his fucking energy to me. Mm-hmm. There's some women that are still going through they still got feelings for a dude they was with in 2009 and it's 2022. Bro, it's crazy. It's real life shit, dude. And the fucked up thing about it is you will never truly know a person too until real life situations challenge your relationship. Mm-hmm. And this is why it's important to work on yourself too, because you got to practice empathy. Like, who is this person going to be when you lose your mom, when you lose your dad, or you get in a bad car accident, or you have a fucking stroke, or you have any health issues? Who is that person going to be? They would be a better refined version of themselves had they done the work. But most people don't do the work. We get a bunch of fucking stragglers out there.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with Bakersfield. That's got to do with us independently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not even going to absolve myself. I was a person that was like, I'm still practicing empathy, right?
Right.
Like, it's something that I don't know where it came from, whether it's like, having a single mom for, I wouldn't even say I would say like half of my existence. Or playing football, you just kind of like become numb to certain situations. It's always kind of like next man up mentality, or just make it happen, shut up, and just do the work type of stuff. But empathy is like something that I really had a fraction of back in the day, and now it's practice, right? It's not like I'm going to wake up tomorrow and be just the most empathetic person,
right?
So I say that to say like I need work still, and I'm a work in progress. I'm not like, I think at the core I'm a really good person, but there are like some bad habits that I have.
Yeah.
And I'm working through those things actively.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things to where one thing too that we failed to mention is we have to also hold ourselves accountable. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'll have a conversation with my mom, and maybe we get into a little argument or a debate or something like that, and I'll double back and be like, "Mom, I'm sorry, you were right."
Mm-hmm.
And that's like having accountability. Sometimes a lot of people will just move on with their lives, and in their head they'd be like, she was actually right, but I'm gonna just go on about my day. Hopefully she forget.
That type of accountability is different though, because that type of accountability keeps other people honest, and it actually impacts other people. When you said some shit 4 or 5 months ago, and you come back and be like, "Hey, you know what? You was right about that."
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But with them, it'll trip them out.
They be like, "Yo, I forgot." And sometimes people will forget only to like suppress the emotion of it, right? So you could have said like, I don't know, you made fun of somebody, whatever the case may be, and in the moment they were feeling terrible, and they just kind of blocked it out of their memory just to, just so they wouldn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And you double back like, "Hey, back in the day when this happened and this happened, I apologize. I was out of my element. I was a little frustrated that day." And they'd be like, "Oh man, thank you. I wasn't even thinking about that." But
it goes back to good leadership. If you're a person that displays that type of leadership, that's good leadership. So, for example, if you are with a woman and you start noticing certain moments where she's just not accountable, and you are a person that has practiced this accountability way before she was in the fucking picture, she will have to get on your program because she won't have a choice. If I'm a person that is holding myself accountable and you're not, you better do it or I'm gone.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to even coexist if you can't hold yourself accountable. And I'm the one that's doing it? No. But as men, you can't expect a woman to be accountable if you don't practice the same shit.
Yeah.
But you really got to be about that life, though. Like, you really got to be about that life, because the scariest part about it is the same thing men or women talk about, and they be like, I need this type of person, I need this and that. Well, here's the problem. You get that person and you shortchange them because you did not practice anything while you were by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen this thing, and I won't say exactly what was on the list, but it was like, don't date a man that does this. And it was like a bunch of stuff on there that applied to me. And I was like, God dang.
Oh, wow.
I was like, dang, it's rough out here for me.
Yeah.
But I'm a work in progress.
100%. I think the number one thing you don't need to do is you don't need to be down on yourself. You need to do the work.
Yeah.
Just do the work on bettering yourself. But here's the scary part. You have to be self-aware and honest enough with self, because most people in your life are never going to tell you where you're lacking. They won't tell you where you're lacking. There's so many things that you need to get better at, but they'll never tell you that.
And sometimes you can tell people. It's almost like I learned this idea of like removing consideration, right? Sometimes we'll say you try something, like let's say it was a year ago. He's like, hey man, you should get in the gym. And it's like, I don't really know. It's not really, it's not really my thing. I really like more so doing like walks around the park or whatever the case may be. And based on that reaction, we may stop telling them, right? But sometimes we just got to remove the consideration and just keep repeating ourselves until it kind of finally sticks. And, maybe one day, after telling somebody to get in the gym for 5 years, they finally go and sign up.
Yeah.
Planet Fitness for Body Exchange or something. So.
I think we live in a world where we use these words, or we say certain things to, like, with the fat shaming and all of this. And it's like, I don't think you should shame a person because of their weight at all. But I think that it's two things are true. You shouldn't chastise and shame people because of what they look like. But I also think it's true that you should not be celebrating people that don't want to do the fucking work. I don't think that should be celebrated, because when you normalize that type of behavior, you get a bunch of people that don't think they got to do anything to bring their value of life up. They just think that everybody need to be on their level. But here's the worst part. The same person that's not willing to do the work will have so many fucking expectations from other people.
Yeah, that's when it get faulty.
It'll be like, well, I've seen some wild shit, and it'll be like, there was this girl, she was on the plus size, and she said, like, you know what, like, I'm a big beautiful woman, and if you can't handle that, whatever. And she said like this and that, but she said, I prefer a man over 6'3", and I'm like, what? But if a man turned around and said he preferably did not like a woman that was big, he would be considered a person that's body shaming. We just live in this world of extremes. I just think we just know, like, everyone needs to do better, man.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to do better. Just work on yourself.
Yeah, I think
you're going to die someday.
And you think about, like, just how kind of the law of attraction works.
Right.
That's where you really find your circle, right?
Yeah.
Like, whether it's the gym or I don't know, you might go to some leadership seminar, or that's just kind of like, that's kind of how life really works. Like you put yourself in places where you're working on yourself and you're learning, you're trying to get better at things. And you just kind of run into, so kind of going back to the original point of, like, you can't find anybody in whatever small city you are in, or in Bakersfield for us. Like, you just got to put the energy out there. And life is so weird to where that's just how it works, right? Like, say you want to be like a extremely successful YouTuber, and that's like your life's goal. You'll mess around and find somebody that likes your YouTube content, and they'll follow you on Instagram, like, hey, you inspired me to do blah blah blah. I really like this video right here. And next thing you know, you're in a relationship. But it's just like it comes from doing the work. It don't come from just sitting on your butt and thinking that like if you pray to God, like somebody is just gonna fall out of the sky. Like you gotta be out here moving and grooving, going to therapy, going to work out, going to going to these. Sometimes they have like local mixers, for entrepreneurs and stuff like that.
Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah, so they have, and even like here in Bakersfield, like Irene Wilkins, she was telling me when I was doing my taxes, she was telling me that she wants to put together like a couple like meetups and stuff for entrepreneurs to kind of link up and collaborate and stuff like that. So it's like those are the type of spaces you want to be in. And,
not in a nightclub.
Yeah,
not at Club Bricks.
Unless that's what you're looking for. But if you like, I was having a conversation with my guy earlier, and we were just talking about one of our mutual friends about how he's like 30 plus years old and he just want to have hoes.
You know what? I don't want to cut you off here, but honestly, let me not shit on Club Bricks. Club Bricks ain't did nothing wrong to nobody, right? If you're going to Club Bricks and you're looking for that energy, fine. But you need to know what the fuck you're looking for. Don't get mad. Like you have to look at the prequel to whatever relationship you have. Or the origin, excuse me. The origin. If the origin started at Club Bricks with loud music and a lot of alcohol and intoxication and / inebriation, and you're with the person and they become unreliable and you have a problem, well, how about you look at the fucking origin story of where it came from, right? And you need to understand that maturity will only allow you to be in so many places. So if you were so mature, you wouldn't keep gravitating to this energy or this place, right? I think that those places are best for people who want that energy. That's fine. Nightclubs are fine for people like that. Bars are fine for people like that. But when you're a person who wants a more mature interaction or interactions with people, there's different places to do that. Like you talked about like a mixture. Maybe there might be wine there, but wine is a more, I guess, upscale, regular little drink. You might have not a bottle of wine, but a glass of wine and talk and go to places like that. But
and you're not taking like shots of Hennessy there.
Right.
It's more so like, you might have a mixed drink or something.
Exactly.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're having conversations and you tend to be around people who may be a little bit slower. Like if you're my age 37, bro, you don't have there's no reason. I know guys my age that go to nightclubs. I know dudes my age that are 37 that are dating 19-year-old chicks, bro.
Really?
19, 20-year-old chicks.
Wow.
You dating a chick that was born in the 2000s.
That could be your daughter.
Yeah, literally. I'm old enough to have a 19-year-old daughter, bro. So I'm like, I'm not fucking with a girl that young. We have absolutely, we have absolutely nothing to talk about. Like, here's the sad part. All you can do with somebody that's obviously at the legal age, all y'all can do is fuck. You have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't care how much they say, like, women have a certain amount of maturity than men. No. There's a very baseline maturity at that age. That's fucking young. What if she's like, you like Pokemon?
Well, actually. A rare Pikachu, right?
Yeah, I have a very, very rare Charizard here.
Some Charizards and Bill, man.
Oh, man. That'd be crazy. All it takes is a Pokemon conversation to get that ass. God damn.
That's really how college works. You
What?
just have mutual interests and then you have sex 2 weeks later.
I think what I used to do in college, you could call this corny or whatever, but in college what I would do is I would have a book, or not even a book, but I would pay attention to what kind of book a girl had when she was like how at the library they had a upstairs, downstairs? The upstairs was more for serious students that wanted to do their homework, right? Is it still like that when you were there?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be upstairs, and I was there to do my work too. But you see a really hot chick, you don't really know how to approach her, and you see with the book, maybe it's, I don't know, physical science, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. And you walk up like, hey, I had that class. Do you have Mr. So-and-so? And I would usually get it right because I would legitimately have that teacher. Or I'd be like, I have that same book. Like, what chapter are you working on? You working on this, whatever. And we start talking. And then they go from that to getting her number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took what do you call it? A mutual interest, you know? That or like I just hated walking up to chicks with nothing prepared to say.
Sometimes you get set up in class, right? So you'll have like a low key, like an accountability partner or something like that. So they'll be like, hey, exchange numbers with your the person sitting whatever next to you, right by you, behind you, whatever the case may be. And then that'd be your end. You know, you talk about, hey, did you finish the homework assignment? And then, you know, next thing you know.
I think the one I did that was super corny, but it works sometimes is like, you know how you had that group of people that you would text to find out where the parties were at?
Yeah.
Like back then, I went to Bakersfield College in 2005. So back then, it wasn't no social media. It was MySpace back then. But like, we didn't have smartphones, man. We had fucking razors and shit. So we had these chain messages or whatever the messages were where the parties were at. And then what I would do is like you would text like one of the homies or something, hey, where's the party at? Because we weren't old enough to get to the club yet.
Yeah.
So we would go to house parties.
Yeah.
And I would like text like a girl that'd be like in a group project that I really liked her, but I would be like, hey, where the party's at or whatever. And she'd be like, LOL. I'm not even at a party right now. I'm like, oh, my bad. I didn't even mean to text you, but what you doing?
Oh, you dumb. You dumb.
I remember it was this girl in my, because I'm pretty sure it's somebody else with this name, but it was this Mexican chick named Eileen back in the day. And it was a song that came out back in the day called Eileen Like a Cholo.
Yeah.
And I used to always fuck with her like, hey, Eileen, like a cholo. And she was like, you motherfucker, stop saying that.
I for sure used to do like the asking one of my friends for a girl's number.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, what's such and such number? And then I would literally say like, hey, what's up, Ashley? I got your number from James. And then we just
I ain't never did that.
Yeah. It didn't work though. Cause like if Ashley wanted me to talk to her, she would have gave me her number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, that's some shy nigga shit right there.
Yeah, that's some shy nigga.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's super shy, man. I had some very fun times in college, man. Very fun. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much fun because I didn't get my degree. but yeah, man. I remember there was that student food area. There was this chick that worked in there, and I hardly ever had to pay for food. I would just give her like $5. She'd give me back 5 ones, and I would get whatever the fuck I wanted out of the student store. I'm talking about everything. Chickens.
She liked you or what?
Yeah, she liked me, but I knew I couldn't give her no dick because if I gave her the dick, then you know it would ruin my free food.
Sometimes you gotta hoard the dick from women.
Yeah, you gotta can't do it, man. We got a good thing going here.
Yeah, you don't want to. The dick will ruin everything.
Yeah, the dick will ruin the transaction. This is only transactional, baby.
And it would be like almost too obvious because if a woman really likes you and then them liking you, it's a certain level of energy, right?
Right.
But once you give them the dick, it's like different.
Yeah.
Like, they can't hide those emotions in person.
No.
So she'd probably be like staring in your eyes and like talking to you, smiling all day.
Yeah. And it'll be just very overt. Like,
yeah.
Get anything you want. You want a Snapple? You want some chicken strips?
Yeah.
There's a whole chicken in the back. They'd be like, hey, what's up with that girl, bro?
Yeah. Why is she on you like that?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
I remember the most funniest experience I had food-wise at Bakersfield College. If anybody, I don't know if there's any students that listen to this podcast, but if there is, this would be a funny story for them. I remember I was going, and I liked their biscuits and gravy back then, right? And they had bomb ass like that biscuits and gravy in that place, like pound for pound, was some of the best I've ever had. So I get the biscuits and gravy. I think I had it with biscuits and gravy, and I think I had scrambled eggs with it, and like it was bomb. But anyways, I put my fork in it one day, and I about to lift it to eat it, and it was a long ass fucking hair. Like I'm talking about this hair looked like it was thick too.
Yeah,
it was a thick hair that was long as fuck, and it was lined in gravy. It was just gravy all over the hair, and I walked in there with the hair with the gravy on it, and the girl in the back was like, "Oh my god, so nasty! Just throw it away. I'll get you a new one." I was like, yo, that was traumatizing. Who wasn't wearing that fucking hairnet?
Yeah, that hair is way too long.
Yeah.
They usually be wearing the hairnet. I seen the bald nigga in there wearing the hairnet. I was like, what are you doing? Yeah.
What the fuck is he stopping? Was he stopping dandruff from falling in the shit?
Hair follicles.
This nigga had hair flakes in his shit. You know, if I worked at a cafeteria and they told me I had to wear a hairnet, I'd be like, man, fuck you. But you know what though? If you're like, as black men though, we have coarse curly hair. Mm-hmm. So you know that hair could still fall in food.
Yeah, it can definitely happen.
Yeah.
Especially if, like, for me, I pick at my face a lot, so
the beard.
Like I'll find hairs laying all over tables and whatnot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's weird though? And I don't know if any other men can relate to this, but if you were dealing with any woman for any extended amount of time and y'all stop talking or whatever, you will still find hairs for weeks, maybe even months. You'll be laying down, or you'll be sitting in your car, and it'll just be a hair in your mouth. You'll be like, "What the fuck is this?"
The craziest experience I've had is like a hair in my eye.
Whoa!
Like, you know how you get eyelashes in your hair?
Yeah.
I mean,
I know what you meant.
In your eye.
Yeah.
But literally like a hair, and I pulled it out, and it was like this curly hair, and
Whoa.
It was probably like this long. Like
really?
In my eyeball. Yeah.
Damn.
That was the weirdest experience I've ever had.
I ain't never had that.
Yeah.
Damn. You got some special, I don't know what the fuck happened there.
My eye swallowed that hair. I don't know what happened.
Deep throated that hair.
This is weird.
Your eyeball got a Gog 3000. Nah, but fucking, I've been cutting my hair before or cutting my beard, and it'll shoot off my face and go in my eye. That happened before. So when you cutting your beard, you got to close that eye. You got to close that eye because once you line it up, those little sharp fucking spiky hairs will go in your eyeball.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, fuck. And then if you got hair on your finger and you're trying to get the hair out your eye, you put more hair.
Thing. Yeah,
you're like, oh no. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, Jesus, take the wheel. Somebody posted a meme and it said, Jesus, take the wheel. And then Jesus like, I can't drive, bro.
Jesus was a carpenter. He didn't drive cars.
He's like, I don't drive cars, bro. That's funny. I think they had Jesus in driver's ed, and he had on some sandals.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Jesus lived in New York.
Yeah. All right. Well, we went completely left from that conversation. Switching gears. Recently, a TikTok influencer spoke about money. She said that she can't live off anything less than $10,000 a month. Right? Basically, she's like, I'm 25 years old, and I can't live off anything less than that. Like, I mean, I live in Los Angeles. I think she lived in Los Angeles, whatever. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it was kind of disproven, or the whole idea of her was disproven through TikTok because the girl was like a waitress. Mm-hmm. So she wasn't making money like that anyways, but she said she couldn't live off anything less than that. I don't know where the standard was created.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. A lot of people in America especially, they got champagne taste, but they got beer money. Right? So
what's the champagne of beers? What is it? Is that like that's like Old English or something?
No. Fuck no. Not Old English. That's malt liquor, man. The champagne of beers, I believe that's Coors, man.
Coors?
Yeah.
Damn.
Is it? God damn it, Keith. Why'd you got to ask me a fucking trivia question? Now I got to look it up.
Jeopardy.
Champagne of beers. Miller High Life.
What?
Yeah, not Coors. It's Miller High Life.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, a lot of people got champagne. They got champagne taste with beer money. Mm-hmm. And they don't even know where their financial standards come from, but they are so influenced by social media, and they influenced by, especially some of these female rappers that be saying stuff like, if he can't get you a Birkin and all of this shit. Like, this is not based off any real life social. Like,
I need rich nigga dick.
Huh?
They'd be like, I need rich nigga dick.
I don't even know what that means. Like, they said they need rich. Like, the thing about it is, like, how's that dick gonna improve your way of life? You know how many women are out here? This is no bullshit. You know how many women are getting fucked by rich guys that ain't getting no money for it?
Oh yeah, maybe a Uber here and there.
Yeah, he probably does something. He probably give you like $2,000 or some shit. But like a really, really rich person is just, it's transactional. They're not looking to really take care of you. But yeah, but these weird standards that come from a lot of it. I'll say a lot of it from hip hop culture, unfortunately. And this is not just women; it's men in hip hop culture also that have these weird standards, or they set these weird trends where people, you'll see a dude that really ain't got no money, but the guy's got all these chains and shit, and it's like, bro,
yeah,
what the fuck are you doing?
You got like $10,000 chains and just nothing to really show for it, And the worst part is like when I see artists, especially rappers, they have more money on them than they spend on the video.
Right.
Like, say your chain costs like 10 racks, your shoes cost like 500, your pants cost like 500, and then you shooting this little running gun video on a little Sony camera or something. It's like, bro, you're not even investing in your career. Your career is the one that's going to keep you. That's the longevity aspect of it.
Right.
This chain and stuff is like, it's not doing nothing for your career.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That's, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Ranting about rappers, but my take is a little different. So I don't know. I only seen the clip, right? So I don't know what her point was in saying that. Maybe if her point was realistically to live a comfortable life, you need to make $120K a year. I can understand that because stuff is expensive.
Fuck
bro.
yeah, very.
Rent is especially her living in LA. If you live in any major city,
stupid crazy.
And even living in Bakersfield now, rent is going up. Yeah, rent is getting very high. You'd be hard pressed to really find a decent apartment for less than $2,000. So
in LA, Bakersfield, you can.
Yeah.
I'm paying over $1,000 for me.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, so rent, depending on where you live out here, you might pay like $1,500 for something really good, or if you live in LA, $2,000 is like that. You might still have a roommate.
Yeah.
But rent is high. Gas is like out of this world right now. Just the basic necessity as far as like you might have a car payment. Your car payment might be like $400. Your insurance may be like $200, $150, depending on how old you are. So you can start to see like how things are just starting to add up very, very fast. So I can understand why you would need, especially if you live in, if you're not in a relationship or you living by yourself, you gonna need almost every little bit of that $120,000, and you might just be good. You ain't gonna have too much, money to be shopping and all that. That's just gonna be
in LA. If let's say you're a single guy like me, right, and you want a decent spot in LA, you're not gonna spend any less than $3,600 a month. Mm-hmm. Like literally, like about $3,600 is probably be the cheapest, and you better hope that it's not in the low side of town. Because I've seen, if you go to apartments, like look for apartments in LA, you'll see that the rent up there's some rent up to $6K. Mm-hmm. It's some rent over that. Like they got these luxury apartments that's over $10K a month.
I believe it. Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Especially like locations. If you got the little apartments and condos by the Staples Center and stuff. Yeah. I imagine those is crazy expensive.
Man, it was this girl that she kind of lives near the Staples Center, but there's these luxury apartments, and she was on TikTok like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, look at them down there. Like, I pay this much a month to live here. It was a black girl, but you know how like California, like everybody sounds the same.
Yeah.
So it's just like I pay so much money to live here, and like look at him in the trash can. Like it doesn't make sense. Like, why are you in my trash?
Chill out.
Like, why the fuck are you worried about the trash?
Yeah, he's trying to make some money.
Yeah, but she was on TikTok, little funky dances and shit. But her place was huge, fucking massive place.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. I couldn't imagine me living in LA. I don't know if I picture it, right? Especially now, like the older I get, the only way you can live in LA is like if you very, very wealthy. Like,
yes,
because if
comfortably.
If not, you ain't gonna have no driveway. You're gonna be trying to park. It's the traffic, the whole nine. And I live like a very comfortable life in Bakersfield.
Yes.
And I'm not far away from LA, so if we got to shoot to a basketball game, whatever the case may be. We could just hop on the road.
Yeah.
And, there's not much going on in Fresno, but if something was pressing in Fresno, you could jump down to 99.
Yeah.
You halfway in between LA and Fresno, and you 4 hours away from the Bay. It's just like 4.5, 5 from San Diego. Like literally we can get any and everywhere, and we can just drive back home in the same day and chill in your $1,200 apartment and be good. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
That's like, I don't know, to me, but everybody's goals and aspirations are different. And I think now like the world is a little bit more globalized, right? So literally when you see, say if you're an artist or a musician, you see a guy like Russ pretty much out of his basement in Atlanta or wherever he lives. Like he's just, putting all this music out and going viral. And he doesn't need to be in the mix. You know what I mean? But yeah, going back to my original point, I think that if her point was like, I'm spitting, if her point was that if she wants to live like a comfortable lifestyle, 120 is like what she needs to have just to live comfortably, be able to go out here and there and stuff like that. But if it was more so like an arrogant, cocky thing, like like if you ain't making this type of money, then you gotta readjust your things, because you can live any type of lifestyle on any budget. Really, I know people that make $30,000 a year and they own houses. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
It's like you just kind of, at the end of the day, it's really more so about the financial literacy of it, because you can make $500,000 a year and you could spend all of it, and at the end of the year you may not have nothing to show for.
That's a fact. I'll tell you this much too, man. There are a lot of people that they literally try to act like they feel like they need to live a certain lifestyle, and it's more or less for social acceptance. Like people will judge you for not having the same car as them. They'll be like, well, I can't drive nothing less than a 2022, and I drive a Mercedes. I can't, but here's the problem. You've created a standard that you don't even live up to, because here's the problem. You don't own that car. You have to keep working that job to pay that fucking payment. So you don't have no money. As long as you are working a job and have to return to that job, you don't have any fucking money, period. The person that's really winning in life is the person that paid their car off. That's the person that's winning. They might drive a 2013, but it's paid off.
Yeah.
They ain't got no payments. You're paying over $1,000 for a payment just to fit in, so you could be social with your nice car. Good for you, buddy. Okay, but you eating ramen noodles. Okay, you eating ramen noodles with a car that's $75,000. It's gonna take you multiple years to pay off.
Bro, it's so crazy, man. When you really like, it's like they talk about the whole third eye thing.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like when you really get a grasp of like financial literacy.
Yes.
And you really start to understand how money really works, and you really understand like the perception of money and what that looks like, So, when you're a kid, you think that everybody that drive a Mercedes is rich, or
right.
you might be in the hood and somebody pull up in a Mercedes and pick up one of your friends up from school, and you think like, dang, they got it. But in reality, they may just have good credit, or it may be an older Mercedes, you know what I mean? And they probably bought it off of a used car lot or something like that. So, but you start to understand that real wealth, you can't really quantify it outside of the money,
To me, real wealth is freedom. And here's a perfect example. A few weeks ago, I met this guy named Hugo, right? He is from Guatemala. And basically, he explained to me that he only works, and he's a truck driver.
Oh yeah, this is such a great story.
Yeah, he only works 4 months out of a whole year. 4 months. Now he spends 7 months in Guatemala, right? 7 months he's chilling, watching the Lakers and the Dodgers, chilling with his wife, right? And he uses the money from the 4 months to chill and take his wife on vacations. So 7 months out the year,
7 and 4 is 11.
Oh well, whatever. Excuse me. Fucking 8 months. Then he's chilling. So for 8 months, he's chilling. That's freedom to me.
Yeah.
He's only working to pay for vacations.
That's amazing.
He has 4 properties here in America, obviously, and 2 in Guatemala. So That's freedom, man. Like, imagine that. Imagine if you could have that type of freedom where you're only working because you're just trying to pay for vacations.
That's the amazing thing to me about that is like he just love his wife, right?
Yeah, he's married.
Yeah, he love his wife so much that it's just like, honey, I'm gonna bust out these 4 months and then we just gonna chill the rest of the year.
Yeah, but the thing about it is if you own property or you own any type of, like, you own something that has value, like, you're the type of person at work where, like, if the boss says anything you don't like, you're just like, you know what? Fuck it, I quit. Because it's like, I don't even need this fucking money, man.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? You know, if you got like 4 or 5, there are some people that are like that though, and it's people you wouldn't think. It's some people back in the day that I used to work with at Sears, and they'll be like, you know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna quit, and you find out this motherfucker's got 4 properties, 5 properties. They just work at these little jobs just to put extra money in their pockets.
Yeah, it's just like it's just being intelligent, man. And that's the thing when I was telling you about people that own houses on $30,000 a year salaries and stuff like that. Like if you know what you're doing, you could move money around in specific ways and set up stuff here and set up stuff there. And then next thing you know, by the time it takes a while. It's a journey, it's a process. But by the time you 40, 45 years old, you could be set up in a way where everything is just on autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a trip, man. There was a dude that I used to work with back in the day. I'll drop his name, but his name was Ronnie, right? As this older, it wasn't really old. He probably back then, he might have been 40 or something, 40 something. This gay black guy named Ronnie. And he owned a couple properties, but he used to like take that job like serious. Like serious. Like he was kind of a dickhead, but he was like super customer service. He even spoke Spanish. So like a customer come in, they may not spoke English, he could speak Spanish and stuff. His boyfriend used to always come up to the job and he'd be like, I was Ronnie here. I don't know where his boyfriend was from somewhere from South America. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd be like, yeah, Ronnie's in there.
Yeah.
That guy ended up becoming like he became like our supervisor up there. Nobody liked him. Like at first he was cool when I was training him, but then he became a supervisor.
Oh, he got a boss and
he started. But I'm like, dude, I told him, I was like, dude, how the fuck did you become my boss? You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I taught you this and you just still be blowing it.
That's one thing that I pray never happens to me is like I start to get some type of power and I'm like they always say like power unchecked is like the most dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it goes back to that leadership thing. If you're a great leader of self and you get that power, you realize that with power comes great responsibility. That's another thing people don't really say. So my thing is having that power.
Spider-Man.
Huh?
A Spider-Man.
What?
With great power comes great responsibility.
He didn't coin that fucking.
Stan Lee.
Huh? Oh, it is? But I mean, that statement was not originated from Spider-Man.
That quote, though, not the idea of it, but that quote for sure.
Oh, wow. Wow, Peter Parker.
I'm pretty sure I'm right. I usually go in my first mind because I start to like get in my head a little bit. But.
You think about Stan Lee sometimes, like think about what kind of brain you have to think up and have that imagination that he had.
Yeah, that guy's a genius.
Yeah.
When
I was thinking of Spider-Man, I basically was thinking about a character. A teenager that had this really.
Man, they try to throw smut on Stan Lee name, man.
What, like sexual harassment?
Yeah, come on, dog. My man.
Can you imagine Stan Lee sexually harassing somebody?
Yeah.
I would love to get into your loins.
Loins. Excelsior. Good pussy.
Just like in the episode of 3-7 when Thor came down with his hammer. I want to hammer that pussy. He's the nerdiest person ever, man.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
Oh, man. I totally blacked out. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to say. But yeah, I'll say this, though. Like, I guess they talked about rent and mortgages. Like, the rent went up like 17%. Like, it's crazy how much they expect for people, like, nowadays. Like, apartments is costing people more money than fucking mortgages and shit. Like, they're saying you got to have 3 times the rent.
That's wild.
Like, imagine this. Imagine if you were paying rent at a place that's like $1,600. They say you need to have 3 times the rent. That's I guess after taxes. I think. Mm-hmm. Like the average person's not making like $10,000 a month.
Not at all.
Not at
Where are
all.
you getting this money? And that's the thing. Like most people don't live by themselves, so you probably gonna have like a roommate or a couple or something. But
what's weird is when you tell somebody or when they ask, because women like to inquire because they want to know, especially if you got a pussy appointment coming. They'll be like, do you live by yourself? I'm like, yeah. Oh wow, you live by yourself. And it's like, why are you shocked? And it's probably because things are starting to cost more.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes roommates and stuff.
Because a woman will go over a dude's house and be in there screaming like, oh God, oh, this feels so good. Like, hey James, you got some milk in there? Some cereal in there?
That's wild. That's hilarious.
I think women probably be getting tired of that because women, when they come over, they want to be able to yell or be as loud as they want. Yeah. And then they come over there and then they really getting into it. And like, hey, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Hey, man. Like, oh, my God, who is that? Oh, it's my roommate. You didn't tell me you had a roommate here.
Yeah. That stuff can get tricky. I remember I had this is me being transparent, I guess. I remember I had this girl come over and she spent the night at my apartment when I was at school. But she knew my roommate and she didn't want to like, my roommate kind of like had a crush on her and she didn't want to like be seen. And we were like trying to figure out how we were going to get her out of the house, like without being seen. Eventually, my roommate went to the bathroom and she just ran out.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Dang. That'd be a crazy. That'd be a cool little like a short skit on Instagram. Like we could upload that, and it'd be like, there was one dark rainy night. Had a young groovy lady come over.
The groovy lady.
Wow. She said, I know that young man. He likes me a lot. I don't want him to know that I'm here. So I told her, wait until he goes into the bathroom and sneak out. Wow.
Freaking 1980s porn music.
Yo, that's got to be the craziest, like, that's just hilarious how at that time that was like the end thing to do. Yeah. And I guess that was a part of porn culture too.
Yeah, that music, that kind of cheesy music.
Yeah, it's like some funk, disco, whatever. Mm-hmm. Look here, lady. I think you're real groovy. I'd love to have you come over my place and show you my bedroom. Yeah. And then it'd be some girl like, I think that would be great. We can go hang out and have a good time. Yeah. Cause like the way people talked back then, man.
Back in the day, huh?
Yeah, it'd be like, I think I like that very much.
Yeah. Yeah. The way you would just like court women, like you see the movies and stuff, they walking girls home from school, they carrying their books and stuff like that. They got the long skirt on.
Putting a jacket over a puddle and shit.
Yeah.
Look here, I really think you're a real groovy young lady. Yeah. I really like to get to know you.
Yeah. Can I call you sometime?
Yeah, that pussy was jive.
That pussy was jive.
Wow.
That pussy was slamming.
Oh, I'm talking about Shaft. Remember that Shaft song? Who is the man? Yeah. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Oh, that's funny. Shout out to Isaac Hayes. That's who it was.
Isaac Hayes is amazing, dog. Yeah. Yeah. He used to. One, he's like just an amazing artist, right? Yeah, yeah. But he was actually scoring a lot of that, those movies and stuff.
You remember one of the last movies, I won't say one of the last movies, but one of the more popular last movies he did like the whole like music for, but oh fuck. No, he was in it. Dead Presidents.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen
with Lorenz Tate.
Yeah, I started it and then I just like fell asleep.
You gotta watch that shit. That's a classic.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Remember that song you had? Walk on by. Mm-hmm. Walk on by.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yo, that was a great movie because it told a really deep story.
When I started watching it, I was like, "Oh, this is not what I thought it was gonna be."
Oh, it was a great movie. Man.
But yeah, I gotta finish that. That was I had a list of movies where I think that might have been on there. It was on like HBO Max when I see.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch it. You gotta go back and watch it. You gotta go back and watch it. I forgot his name. Fuck. What's that dude's name that played Pinky on Friday?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But he's kind of almost typecasted.
Yeah.
He's always like the bad guy that's either like a gangbanger or a pimp. Mm-hmm. Like when he was in was it Boys in the Hood? Which one was it? I think it was Boys in the Hood.
Was he in Boys in the Hood?
No, it was Menace to Society. It was Menace to Society. Mm-hmm. And he was like,
what's the name?
He's a dope man.
He's a dope man?
Yeah. Some white dude that came over. Basically, in Menace to Society, he knew somebody at the DMV that could wipe the VIN number off a car for the main character. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Come in here, boy," and he like slapped him in the back of the head. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he played Pinky, and then he played a pimp in Dead Presidents.
Yeah, that's kind of his roles.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not a bad thing. There's some, and you have to be talented to actually do that. Sometimes people think like just because somebody's playing the same role that is easy, but that's a character. You know what I mean? When he playing Pinky, that's a lot of energy, and that requires a lot of effort.
That one dude this is one dude that nigga play Hector in every movie. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
No bullshit. Like it says like his name is Hector in the movie. Remember there's a Bruce Almighty, and the dude was like something like, "You gonna pull a monkey out of your butt or something," and then he pulled a monkey out his ass.
Nah, I don't remember that.
Oh man, damn it! What's his name? He's been in. Hold on, I'm about to look it up right now and give him some props because he's a good actor, but he plays the same role.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see, Bruce. His name is Noel Gumalemi. Oh, they got a meme of him. This guy plays the same character in every movie. Our Family Wedding, Hector. The Walking Dead, Hector. It's right here. For the Love of Money, Hector. The Dark Knight Rises, Hector.
He's in a Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Oh.
This dude.
I see, yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
That's funny.
Yeah. The Purge Anarchy, Hector. That's fucking crazy. But like to get those roles, bro, he getting paid.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is an American actor best known for his portrayals of Southern California gangsters. Gamelli has received some notoriety for having played characters named Hector in several movies. He's been Hector in every fucking movie.
That's funny.
He getting paid though, but imagine if they told you to play Tyrone in 7 movies. Like it's cool, but it's kind of fucked up at the same time.
All of them are not named Hector though.
Bro, it says it right here.
That's not. They have They have the credits right here.
He
has a name: Albert, Jupiter, Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Gus.
Okay, so it's
It might be like a few movies where he played Hector, but some of them are not even.
Oh, here it says, how many times has Gumelli played Hector? 50-year-old Hector on 5 separate movies. So he's been Hector 5 fucking times. Though.
Yeah.
Damn.
He got like a long list of movies.
Yeah. Was he in
TV shows?
Was he in Next Friday too? Am I tripping?
I don't know if he's in next Friday. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, I don't see his name on there. Or I don't see that movie on there.
Nah, I'm looking. Nah, he wasn't on there.
Yeah, I do. I recognize that face.
Yeah. Nah. But I don't know where the fuck I was going when we talked about that. Anyways, guess you get the gif. All right, switching gears. Bronny James, LeBron James' son recently went to his prom, and his prom date happened to be a white girl, right? And there were people chastising Bronny and the girl, and the sad thing about it is like it's really sad that you are grown adults, and it was mainly black people that were saying like, oh God, like, you know, his dad made a good decision, but he out here choosing the white girl. And it's like, bro, they're kids. They should not be targeted. Like, that's so fucked up. Another thing, too, it doesn't stop here because we're going to tie it all in. I think we got a racial problem just in America in general that'll never go away. Like, in racial meaning, there was a Cheerios commercial that came out years ago, and it was a biracial couple, right? And the daughter was biracial, and there were so many racist, fucked up comments about the biracial Cheerios commercial that they took it down. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, what? Mm-hmm. Like, it's wild. It's wild that we live in a time where people hung up on race that bad. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is we as a society, people act more like they act like they're more progressive than what they are. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, green. I don't care. You know, it's about who you are. But you'll say that until your daughter brings home a black guy, you know? And this is not just in white cultures, all cultures. Like, it could be in a Mexican family where your daughter's dating a guy and she brings him over and he's black. And everybody's like, wait, I wasn't expecting this curveball. This is just how the world is. Like, we could deny it, but it's a real thing. People are going to look at you different. Yeah. You know, if you are black, you have a black family, and you go to a family gathering and you bring a white girl there, there's going to be a lot of side eyes. Like, be a lot of side eyes there. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lot of jokes, a lot of undertones. Mm-hmm. And it's just funny that, you know, people would act like this. I personally, let's say I had a daughter, right? If I had a daughter, it wouldn't matter to me who she was dating as long as he respected my daughter and protected my daughter. I would not worry about it. Yeah. That's just me. Mm-hmm. You know, some people have preferences. They would preferably like if they're Middle Eastern or if they're Mexican or if they're German, they preferably like their daughter to be with another Mexican or German or Asian person. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe for cultural purposes. Mm-hmm. You know, but me, it ain't that deep for me, right? I think that as a black man, though, no one's gonna know you better than a black woman because you're both black, right? Mm-hmm. But if you happen to date out of your culture, it's like I don't understand the outrage behind it. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of sickening, man. Like, it's such a tired conversation. Yeah, and it's also like very nuanced, right? Because I could see it in some ways on both sides because there are some people that date outside of the race and they have like a little self-hate aspect to it, right? You know, they just despise themselves, and inherently they are like, you know, maybe they think there's a superiority thing with white people and white women and stuff like that. So there's just so many different layers to a lot of these interracial couples or relationships. But for this situation, Bronny is just a young man, right? And you know, who knows like what type of relationship dynamic these people even have. Not every time that you go to prom, you're going with somebody who you're dating or whom you are in a relationship with. For me, I love black women, and I don't, I can't imagine unless something like very crazy happens, I can't imagine myself marrying a white woman, right? But I went to prom with a Mexican girl. And that didn't really have a bearing on like what I actually liked in a woman, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not marrying this person. This is just a prom date. And I think, if somebody seen that picture, they'd be like, oh, here we go again, not messing with the sisters or whatever the case may be. It's just like dog, it's prom. Like, it's a fun night.
Man.
A lot of times you just go with the person that, you cool with, or, a person that's your friend, or, sometimes it's an availability thing too. So that's really what it boils down to. But I think like, these are just kids, man. You gotta let them live life. One, and two, like they shouldn't be you shouldn't be criticizing this man is not even old enough to buy a cigarette yet.
No,
and you out here like going in on him on Instagram.
Yeah, I feel real bad for the girl too, because like she's getting killed by grown people on the internet, and Bronny, and like the thing about it is like his dad is fucking LeBron fucking James. The king LeBron James is his dad. Space Jam LeBron is his fucking dad.
Yeah.
And you're his son. And what's weird is how Sports Center and other like sports outlets have this weird like infatuation with Bronny too. Like whenever Bronny makes a layup or blocks a shot, they put it on Sports Center, like on Instagram. That's weird to me. Like let him, like you can't let him be a fucking kid. You got to track every moment that he's like everything. And they'll be like, what team do you think will take Bronny in the draft? It's like, bro, he's a fucking junior.
Yeah.
Like what? It's crazy. And then the girl went to the prom, but she became a part of that energy. And I think it probably could be overwhelming.
Oh, for sure. You got to think like, man, we not designed to have any sort of like crazy notoriety in that way. Yeah. She's probably, who knows, her dad may be a doctor, a lawyer or something like that. And they go to the same school and she just doesn't, I'm sure she's well off, but as far as the notoriety goes, she probably has, no idea what that looks like. Girl. And she's just excited to go. It's prom. Like, that's supposed to be like the most exciting time of your life. It just kind of shows that you're nearing the end of your childhood, and you're celebrating the end of the school year and all these different things. And then you wake up on Twitter and people going crazy. It's just like, we are not built for that, man. And it's unfortunate. These are just kids. That's the unfortunate part about like social media. There's a lot of good aspects to it, but I just don't think that everybody deserves a voice, because it's a lot of opinions out there that are just so wild. And not everyone is built for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I would do if, imagine if you were LeBron James and your son is just excited to post his prom pictures, and, they got dressed up clean and everything like that, and then they just getting bashed. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me personally,
get you a queen, Bronny.
I don't have like, I have my own personal desires and my own personal I want my relationship to look a certain way. But when it comes to like the world, like, have at it, man. Like my family has all kind of different interracial couples, Mexicans and white guys, black women, and it's like across the board. And at the end of the day, it's like, is this a decent person? Like, does this person love you? Then that's what it is. We don't really know where our like affinity for certain things come from.
100%.
It just
you don't know like, why. And here's the thing: it goes deeper than that. This is like what you're attracted to. You don't know why you like girls with big asses. You don't know why you like girls that are this height, or that are black, or that are Mexican, or that are whatever. Like, you just like what you like. But let me be clear: don't blur those lines with saying things like, "Oh, I like white girls. I can't mess with black girls. They too ghetto," or something. Like, don't say no shit like that. That's where the problem starts.
I mean, if that's how you feel, let it be known.
Don't let it be known. Just shut up about that. Because you're generalizing black women. That's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Right? That's like a self-hate thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you say you feel like black women are ghetto or some dumb shit like that, like, it doesn't stop there. You're talking about your mama, your aunts, and all them other people, and that's just dumb. And I've heard that before. And I heard somebody else, it was somebody that was non-black that tried to say something like that to me. They was like, I always wanted a black chick, but they're like kind of loud and ghetto and shit. I'm like, hey man, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
Like when you hear that, you gotta nip it in the bud right there. Like, hey dude, don't. Like honestly, black women, they wouldn't like you anyways, bro.
People be saying some weird, really weird stuff about black women.
Yeah. Like I would probably date a black chick, but I don't know. I'm like, dog, black women wouldn't like you anyways.
Yeah,
bro.
you're not that type.
You're not built like that, bro.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah, not built.
And black women are amazing. Like I don't even want it to even be like a thing where I wish that they did, oftentimes didn't feel less than, or oftentimes felt like slighted by black men when they see a black man dating a white woman or something like that. Like, just let them have what they have. When that black man or that black king finds you, you're gonna be good, And part of it too, I think what a lot of people got to realize is like, you fall in love with the person you fall in love with,
right.
In the time frame in which you meet these people,
mm-hmm.
right? So, there could be a person that has a lot of love for like black women, and let's say like a guy like Jordan Peele, right? He has I think he's dating, I think his wife is white if he is married, but a lot of his movies are centered around like black lead characters and stuff like that. But he may have a lot of love for black women, but he just, whenever he was 20-something years old and he was working on this TV show, and this person was a writer on the show, and they just kind of linked up and they caught a vibe, and then that was it. The rest is history.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean? And he could have dated black women in the past or whatever. It just sucks that that marriage tells his entire story. You know what I mean? And that's just is what it is. I even think about my brother. Like he has is a lot of kids, but one of his former wife is white. His other child's mother's twins is Mexican and like Native American, and now his wife is like Asian and white, right? So it's like, that's just kind of how it, like, for the people that are really not really in it like that, the people that are really not like, man, I don't like black women, or like, they just don't even think about love in that way. They're just they just love who they love. It's not even like but for me, I have a set of rules that I abide by. So it's not you're not gonna catch me out here slipping. But for everybody else, that's fine. It's just like, we just like what we like.
Yeah, I mean, I just like women, period. But I think that my experience personally, I think it's like also based on your I don't say proximity, but when you live out in California, especially out this way, and there's not a bunch of black people. Like if I probably live in an area probably like Atlanta, the chances of me being with a black woman are very high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But out here, you pop out a black woman, you get rejected a few times. But there's also Mexican women here. There's also white women here, and I like women, period.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. But I've mentioned it on the podcast. I got accused of just liking white women by a black woman I was on a date with.
Yeah.
She's like, you just like white girls, and I'm like, yo, we actually out here together though.
We on a date. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to figure out like how you've got me pegged as this black guy that just dates white chicks.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was hilarious.
I never got that from a woman. My friends would joke about it, like, Keith like white women or whatever. But I never got that from like a woman before.
Oh, Keith, the white slayer.
Yeah. They thought I was out here with all the Karens.
Oh man, that'd be funny. Like, I just don't know what it is about Keith. I don't know. I remember back in the day, like when the podcast started, like I would have girls that would like talk about the podcast, and they'd be like, Keith is just hilarious. I'm like, why are you in my inbox?
Why are you complimenting another man in my inbox? That's comedy.
Yeah, but like that was a great podcast. That Keith is just something else.
I still trip on the dude that thought I was Asian.
Oh yeah. I guess because he probably felt you were pretty smart. He just figured, we weighed the Asian smart.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, you definitely don't sound. I don't even know.
Like China Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, China Mac sound like he's straight out the hood though.
AD from No Jumper.
You said who?
It's AD from No Jumper. Did you see that video?
Nah, I didn't see that one.
He was when they was before they got in the fight. He was saying that AD. He just kept saying that AD from No Jumper. You stole my idea.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what the fuck was on with China Mac with that one. Yeah, that was weird. Like that's you can't steal an idea about a food show. Like they're all over the internet.
Just regular.
Yeah, China Mac just like he just is so like. I don't know. He's so wrapped up in the YouTube shit that I guess he assumed somebody was trying to steal something that was out. Like, it's just content, bro.
Yeah. I think it was probably just a miscommunication. That's what it sounded like. That's unfortunate that a lot of the, these issues kind of come about.
Yeah, sometimes China Mac be out. Sometimes he low-key be out of pocket. Like, he seemed decent, but like he was doing some thing like he was talking about, I guess, like there was some stuff going on, obviously with the Asian community. Yeah. And he was like one of the talking heads and he was just like OD. Really? Like he was just like, why are there no men protecting the children? Like you gotta see it,
I've never seen that.
You gotta see it, bro. You gotta see it. And it just looked like real fabricated. It didn't look like he was really like passionate, but he had to like be fake deep about it. Yeah. And I'm like, come on, China man.
Some people be like,
they want to be like Martin Luther King so bad.
I think that some people be I lost my train of thought because I was.
You sound like you were bullshitting.
Nah, I had a serious point, but then like Asian jokes popped into my head when you said Martin Luther King.
You was thinking of something.
I was thinking about Martin Luther Chin or something like
Martin Luther Chang. You fucking crazy. This guy is crazy.
And then I just lost what I was gonna
man.
Say. Yeah. So.
Oh man, can you imagine if Martin Luther King was Asian? They gonna cancel us if we crack the joke on that. we already made fun of Martin Luther King. Fuck, we can't keep doing this shit. Now we're gonna turn him Asian now. Oh no.
Oh man. You gotta do. I have a dream. That you'll hurry up and buy.
I have a dream that someday somebody will come into my store. Black people, white people, every people. Oh man.
Gosh dang.
Yeah.
At least if we could cancel, like they listen to the whole podcast.
Yeah, they listen to the whole podcast to get the joke. Yeah. You know what's funny though is when you've spoken on the mic for so many hours, people know your heart, they know your intentions. Yeah. Right? So they know that you don't have any there's no malicious intent. Yeah. It's just a joke. Like it's a joke, but if you're not because me and Keith have both done stand-up. So if you're not into laughter, if everything has to be serious, you got to go listen somewhere else. You got to go somewhere else.
Yeah. It's like some NPR, something.
Yeah. This ain't the podcast for you. Like I've heard Andrew Schultz like when he make fun of other cultures. Mm-hmm. It should be so hilarious, man. Yeah. That he was Charlamagne was like, all right, Andrew, the motherfucking Dominicans gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. Andrew, Brilliant Idiots is like, it's like here. Yeah. Flagrant be like.
Yeah, Flagrant be wild.
Crazy.
They be wilding on Flagrant, but on I remember on Brilliant Idiots, he was saying something about like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. Mm-hmm. He was like telling like Puerto Ricans, he's like, why y'all be playing music loud at 3 a.m? What y'all doing?
What y'all doing?
Yeah, I was busted up.
That's funny.
Oh man,
that New York culture is different.
Yeah, that's different. I ain't from out there, but yeah, that's a melting pot, man. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. Mm-hmm. I think it's Haitians out there too, or Jamaicans.
Some Jamaicans, yeah. I ain't gonna front. I love like those New York female accents. Something about it is like very intriguing to me.
Like, yo, you look dumb cute. So what you coming? What you doing over here? You from on this side of town or what?
Oh, you want 73rd?
You one of them Cali niggas, huh? Yeah. Oh man. So like, hey, why don't you come over? I could treat you to a chopped cheese or something like that. Stop by the Aki spot, get you some chopped cheese and all that. We can stop by the little corner store, stop by the bodega, get something to eat. You wear Timbs? You like Timberland boots or what?
It's like Timberland boots or what?
Get some nice Timberlands. You know how New York got 8 million fucking streets?
Yeah.
Let me take you over to 1004th and Lenox.
New York streets is stupid.
You're like, this is wild, man.
They got the streets and the avenues and they like intersect. It's stupid.
Yeah, you're like, God damn. They just gave up on the streets.
Yeah, they lost their creativity.
And like 427th and Lenox. It'd be funny too. It's like when New York rappers be like, "Yo, we've been doing this shit since 479th on Linux."
Yeah, the funniest part, like, and I don't have like a Busta Rhymes accent.
Yeah,
but one time I was with my boy Zylo and we were doing an interview for this. Dang, I don't even remember the name. He was a rapper, and like it's an underground rapper, and he was basically saying like he worked with like all the underground guys like Alchemist, Griselda, all these kind of like real hip hop people. Yeah. But he's based out of Fresno, and he would just bring people to the studio, and they would make music, collab, just link up, talk, smoke, all this kind of stuff. But the craziest part, there was a nigga that sounded just like Busta Rhymes, and he was from New York, and he was out there arguing with his girl. And it was like the craziest. Just imagine Busta Rhymes like arguing with his female about, I don't know, some nonsense about, him not coming home or something like that, and how he done with her, and we never gonna make this relationship work. Just stop calling my phone. I'm taking care of my kid. But just imagine all of that in a Busta Rhymes accent, and I'm sitting in there like, yo, this is crazy. This nigga Busta Rhymes really going in on his female right now.
Yeah. I don't know why you yelling at me for. I take care of my kids. Busta Rhymes seemed like the type of guy that would yell at you and not be mad.
Yeah.
Like, I really appreciate everything you did for me yesterday. You'd be like, man, this nigga's yelling at me in a nice way. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. That aggressive, raspy. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yo, that's wild. Like, I really appreciated the dinner. All right. Yeah. Well, looks like we came to the end of this thing. For all those that are enjoying the Mexican pizzas, I hope you make it out safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button too for the YouTube channel. You feel me?
Yeah. Make sure you head on to the YouTube channel, subscribe there, and if you feel we've earned a donation, head over to Cash App at ATMPOD. That helps us out, right?
Yeah.
We don't have anything major pushing us yet. We will. But until that day, we will appreciate the donations. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Fiends.
We're out of here.
Peace.